Welcome to Cartomancy Mesquite. My name is Angela. Tonight I thought I'd give you my top 10 do's for survival tips. And anything I suggest is going to be cheap or free, quick and easy to do. I do a 4-7-8 breath. Well, I recommend that. I used to do a 4-7-8 breath. You breathe in for 4, hold for 7, breathe out for 8. And meditate for 30 seconds. That's my meditation. It works beautifully. And this is what I did when the freeze hit in February of 21. I sat up. I went, oh, shit. And that's what I did. Then I got up and started getting ready. First, you look around for things you can use for makeshift preps if you don't have any, or if there's more you'd like to have. But first, ID your hazards. Find out what hazards are coming your way. I mean, you don't know whether it's flood, hurricane, tornado, blizzard, whatever's coming. Just make sure you know what it is and where it's coming from. In the winter, I layer clothes. And ladies, stick to wearing your bras and your pantyhose during a freeze. Trust me. I cover my doors and windows with plastic. Well, the windows with plastic, the doors with old blankets, drapes, things like that. You want to take care of your water supply. Your water pipes are going to freeze. So before you turn your water off, you want to fill up buckets, whatever you have, pots, pans, anything you have to hold water, you fill it up. And then you want to turn off your water supply. If you can't turn off your water supply, in Texas or in the South, you're going to want to run your water at a trickle. Turn all of your taps on to a trickle. When I lived up in the Northeast, I used to just turn it on the hot water with a drop at a time coming out, and that was fine. You'll want to have a bolt bag ready just in case you've got to get out of your house in an instant. You'll need maybe 2 sets of clothes, your medications, and supplies. But you'll need it in a bag that you can grab, and it's not too heavy for you to just grab it and run. And always have at least half a tank of gas. In fact, when it gets down to half a tank, I'd fill it up. That's what I always do anyway. That's just a constant. And then for food, you're going to want something that's quick and easy to eat, not something that's your favorite because you want it to be there for when you actually have a disaster. Make it something that you don't necessarily like, but you could eat it if you had to. And that's my top 10 to-do tips. Now, what I would like to also do is some readings on the Trump spawn. Now, I'm calling them a spawn because I was hard-pressed to come up with a better word. I mean, referring to them as the Trump children makes you think that they're, toddlers. No, these are grown adults. They're in their 40s. Yeah, they're not children anymore. So the best word I could come up with was spawn. And that's only because that's what my grandson refers to children as, spawn. I guess it's from his video games. He was very upset the day that I explained to him that little boys don't spawn. He is so much like me. I feel sorry for him sometimes. He's the one that tells the truth. Constantly. Even when you don't want him to. When you'd rather he didn't say anything at all. kid. But we encourage him to tell the truth. We don't give him flack about it. He's a good kid. But first, we're going to look at Ivanka. And I got out my deck of character to see if we can have some fun with this. We're going to look at what is Ivanka's situation at the moment. Because you know the energy changes from minute by minute with those people and their mood swings. So how is Ivanka right now? Well, she's using her magnet and her womb. I think she is trying to have that child to keep herself out of prison. We've all heard rumors of that little plan. She's not quite under the fire yet, but she's quite the wild woman. And she's not going to the graveyard yet. That's about as good as it can get for her right now, I guess, considering, she signed everything for Trump Ward. Or at least that's the rumor, that she signed a lot of stuff. Now let's look at Don Jr. What is Don Jr.'s situation right now? Yes, Kitty Cat is asleep. That's the only way we can record. What's Don Jr.'s situation? Well, he's not in the wrestling ring. He's not waiting in the wings. He's not at home. But we do have the desert. I would say he pretty much feels like he's nowhere. Where can he go? And he's quite out of breath. So he sounds like he's not in too good a shape. And considering it's 12:43 a.m. right here in Texas right now, I would say he probably is about 3 sheets to the wind, just my guess. And that's for entertainment purposes only. Just based on his habits. Let's look at Jared Kushner. How's he right now? Let's see. Well, he hasn't got his glasses, so he can't see much. Doesn't have a gift. He's kind of up the river and maybe headed for a waterfall. And he's shedding tears, so he's having a rough night. Now let's look at Eric. How is Eric doing tonight? Eric's not doing too good either. He kind of feels adrift at sea. I've got the ocean card. But he's also in an inferno. Lying in bed. He knows things are cooking in the cauldron. And right now he's feeling like a drunken sailor. Which, if I were in his position, I'd kind of be that way too. Can't imagine. I mean, what else can the poor guy do? Okay, what else do we want to do? Let's look at Steve Bannon. How's he doing tonight? Well, he's wearing his dancing shoes, probably tap dancing through the legal mess he's getting himself into. He's looking for one spot in the universe where he can hide, probably. He'd like to be back in the womb. And he's probably planning on getting on a plane and flying out of here before he has to face a jail cell. I think Bannon's going to end up in jail. Who else haven't we looked at in a while? Let's look at Roger Stone. Where's Roger Stone at? And how's he feeling? I think Roger Stone is dreaming right now. He's got out the ruler trying to measure what kind of wizard he is. He thinks he's really got it wired. It's not wired. He's the weirdo. He's going to pull no punches, and he thinks he's going to end up with a gold mine. How he sees that, I don't know. But then again, at this time of night, he's probably dreaming. Let's see, what else can we do here? Well, I could read about the weather from the Farmer's Almanac. It'll tell us a bit about what this winter's going to be like. The first week of January in the Rockies and across the plains. During this time, we see good potential for heavy snow that may reach as far south as Texas and Oklahoma, followed by a sweep of bitterly cold air. That sounds about right. And secondly, we have from January 16th to the 23rd, we'll raise another red flag for bouts of heavy rain and snow across the eastern two-thirds of the country, followed by what might be one of the coldest outbreaks of Arctic air we have seen in several years. How cold? Try 40 degrees below zero. That's pretty cold. And kind of what I expect. But that's from the Farmer's Almanac for 2022. And the winter of 2022-2023. Let's see. Okay. Let's pull a card for the collective. How are we all feeling right now? Or what should we concentrate on for right now? Of course, watching clouds. Lie back, rest, and relax. That's what we all need to do. It is kind of late tonight. Let's pull one more. Finding sanctuary. Open to your spiritual source. Kind of go within, like we all do. We all need to do. Before I go to sleep, I'm going to drop into some meditation for a little while. And I think we all need that. Let's do a third card. Great adventure. Take a risk, venture forward. That's what we can do in the morning. So y'all have a good night. And thanks for watching. I was on last night on Circle of Friends with Kelly, and I just wanted to let her know, third time's the charm. Thanks, Kelly.